All right, guys, let's talk about retirements. I want to go back over this because I don't think I did a good enough job of showing you who all is retiring. I only did who was focusing, who our focus franchises were. So we missed some notable guys. I thought there'd be more than this for retirement, but as we look through here, Harrison Smith has retired. It's kind of big. Jerry Hughes, pretty big. Tannehill, Cameron Hayward, Jason Peters finally retires. Demario Davis and Cam Jordan. Jimmy Graham kind of figured that. You knew about Ben Jones and Robert Quinn and Ubada. Zeitler retiring. That's big, I think. Saffold, that's kind of big. Pretty sure they were still up there as far as overall. Riley Reap, I think, was decent. Dwayne Brown, Al Woods, Tyrod Taylor, Christian Pugh. Trent Williams is a big one. That's a big loss for the 49ers. They need a new left tackle. Calais Campbell, Cordell Patterson. And then here's the two of the biggest ones, in my opinion. The Eagles get hit hard with both Kelsey and Lane Johnson retiring. Brandon Williams is out. Beecham Jr. I'm surprised that's the only retirement for the Chiefs. I was expecting the other Kelsey to go. The other Kelsey. That's funny. I don't know. And Ndamukong Suh, that's the big one, still hanging around. Julio's done. They were free agents though. Josh Norman, wow, can't believe his name is still in the books there. So these were all just free agent guys that are retiring. Of course, Josh Gordon, it was retiring after 12 years of not ever playing, but smoking weed, and I'm sure he'll unretire in the middle of the season, and everyone in fantasy football will still think he's going to come back and have that one amazing year that he had for the Browns. All right, but there you go. That is retirements. I wanted to make sure I covered that correctly because I don't think I did that in another video, and I don't even know if I'm going to post that other video yet anymore. So, which was kind of re-signing period, and I just didn't like the way it turned out. I think it was very melancholy in it. So there you are. There's retirements. Okay, so let's take a look at free agency. I'd covered this before again, but I wasn't really happy with the way it turned out. And also, we added some players to free agency. I had to go through all these teams and cut people. There were some mistakes made. Uh, we started this season just like skipped ahead to the playoffs, and unfortunately, the CPU still made some signings that it shouldn't have. I didn't have it set to do that, but it re-signed guys, the big contracts that I don't think it should have. That should be in the uh, free agency pool. But let's take a look here. I mean, anyone need a left tackle for a year or two? You got Tyron Smith, Derrick Henry. I had to fix his contract and release him. Amari Cooper didn't get re-signed. Keenan Allen was a cap cut. He had a big cut. So was Khalil Mack. Chargers had three big guys that could be cut this year, and the other one for them was Mike Williams, who's 29, and he's a really big cat, but we can survive without him. DeAndre Hopkins, Micah Hyde, Grover Stewart, Gerald Everett, Eckler, he was in there. Michael Pierce, Odell Beckham, Connor Williams. I think a lot of people are going to be pining for Connor Williams here. For sure, Clowney. So mostly older players. Curtis Samuel's out there. That is Deb. Mitch Morse, 1 year, 2 year guy. So we're just going to go through what each team may want or need. Shaheed will be I think a guy everyone will be pining for. Tyler Boyd was a cap cut, and he was re-signed to too big of a deal. Connor was a cap cut. Who else? Wow, Baker Mayfield doesn't want to come here. He wanted to go. He wants to go like every other team that I have that we're that we're focusing on. Where is? Yeah, Lukasicki. He's gonna be I think he might be fetching one there from somebody. So those are the look of the free agents. Baker's the best QB out there, but he's old. Dobbs is a free agent. No significant throw power. It's Baker Mayfield. Carson Strong. I mean, there's your fastest running back. Mike Johnson. Breeders out there. Cam Akers. Overall, I got Derrick Henry. These are old men. These are old men. Yeah, Shaheed's probably the prize of the ball right now. Besides, Donovan Peoples-Jones isn't bad. It's not bad. Duvernay's not bad. Got to go down a little bit. Chenault. Hardman. It's James, bitch. Fastest guy is Quez Watkins. Oh, he would like to go to Chicago? Tight end. Gerald Everett. He's a cut. Gesicki. He wasn't re-signed. Zach Ertz is so old. Jonnu Smith. Irv Smith got cut. Yeah, he was re-signed. I had to fix his contract. He had to get cut. Taysom Hill, finally out there. Look at you go, buddy. Jonah Williams. I mean, these are just filler guys right here. You want to hang on to until. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to get him. Like Tomlinson. Yeah, I could see. Connor Williams getting a bit of bidding war. A lot of teams need a center. Sam Hubbard was a cap cut for the Bengals. Leonard Williams cut. Bryce Huff. Khalil Mack was a huge cap cut. I mean, that's probably gonna happen in real life too. Tucky. I mean, I don't know what you think of free agency. Let me know what you think of it. Willie Gay, he's not bad. Dodson. I mean, I don't think free agency is necessarily great. Who's notable for the Bengals? Their wide receiver. I can't think of the name right now. We could not resign Gilman. He's so slow. Like, this guy's 79 overall and is slower than most linebackers. Jeremy Chin is another prize of the ball. Terrell Edmonds, he wants to go to a lot of places. Kickers. No one wants to kick in Chicago. That's for sure. So, there you go. That's a quick look at free agency. And we will now go through each team, and I will show you who's in on who in the next segment. All right, it's time to talk about the Carolina Panthers as they face free agency. Let's take a look at their team now that we have went through the resigning period. Again, I did a resigning episode, but I don't think I'm gonna upload it. It didn't come out like I wanted. So we're gonna talk about who's on this team right now. We have Bryce Young. We're gonna leave Andy Dalton here as the mentor. Really bad, but his contract isn't cuttable really. Gonna rock with Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard for now. Um, these guys could probably go. They probably will end up going. Thielen has a really bad contract. Nothing I could do about it. It's a sore subject. What he has, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I could restructure it or something later on. But Jonathan Mingo and Terrace Marshall will be the focus points of our offense. Hayden Hurst has a terrible contract as well as Adam Thielen. Just some old white guys with big contracts. I'm not a fan of Hayden Hurst's contract. Tommy Tremble will probably be the starting tight end. I don't really see us going after anybody. Ikwanu. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, but he's a superstar. He is the best part of our team. I mean, I didn't even talk about Bryce Young, but this is going to have to be the Bryce Young show. We can get bad with Brady here for now. We do need a center at some point. I don't know if we can sign one, but Austin Corbett, maybe. You know, he's around. Taylor Moton, he's going to have to do for now. We have no left end. We have a very nice right end. I would say our interior linemen have some stars on them. Derek Brown. We have no D tackle, so we need defensive linemen. DJ Johnson will be our outside linebacker. I'm almost thinking that we should switch to a 4-3. I think we can, because we already have D ends and we have one D tackle, and that way we don't have to replace a nose tackle and a left end. It kind of seems like one less person we have to replace because we have these two linebackers here. Luvu could probably play right outside linebacker, 4-3, and Jack Thompson was a crap contract. I think he got resigned. Just a heads up, the CPU made some in-season resignings it shouldn't have, and I fixed what I could. But I did give Frankie Luvu this contract. Sorry. And of course we have Brian Burns, another star of the show, of the team. I mean, we got J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson, and I don't know. See what we can do with Kalen Barnes. He's fast, so we definitely need another corner. Xavier Woods on his way out at some point. Von Bell, ridiculous contract, absolutely terrible. Maybe we build up Jamie Robinson, but do I really want these two slow guys on this team? So yeah, we got some things to do here. On top of trying to see if Bryce Young can play, we got mid guys like Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Mingo and Terrace Marshall. It's a bad team, but we're gonna do what we can. So let me see what we want to do with free agency, and I'll show you who we're putting bids on. Do we also need a kicker? We got Eddie Pinheiro. I'm just gonna keep him for now. And Johnny Hecker. Yeah, these guys will just stay for now. We're not worried about punts. Oh yes, of course we don't have our second round pick. I mean our first round pick. We have second round, third, fourth. So that's cool. Just the Panthers. We're just try to make them an offensive line, defensive unit. try to build up this defensive unit. It's where we go. That's where its strength is leaning. Let's lean into that. But let's get to free agency for them. Oh yeah, did I also show you their for a team this bad? They don't have a lot of cap. It sucks, man. It does not suck. You know, we lost Chan. He didn't want to resign here. We went with Brian Burns. He still needs to be resigned next year. He's on a franchise tag, so no one wanted to come back here. No one wanted to play for Dave Howard's. Guys, I'm gonna take you to the promised land if you let me. We build you, get you some talent in here. Let's have a good draft with what we can and not lose 15 games. How about that? All right, so let's take a look at who the Carolina Panthers are targeting in free agency, the first round of free agency. Of course, they're going to try to get back Jeremy Chin, but it's not looking great as far as maybe the amount of money they're offering. Denico Autry, he has a lot of interest. Just a stopgap guy, fills in that left end spot. Hardman wants to come here a little bit, but only offering him a 1-year deal. We got to watch our cap. Rashard Lawrence wants to come here, offering him a 1-year deal. 70 overall for a 25-year-old man. Look like he's interested. And then Colton Dowell, 6'3" guy, 25, 91 speed and 91 XL. You know, depth guy. He wants to come here. I don't even know who Colton Dowell is, but he has interest. So we're going to go after guys that have interest in our team at needs that we have. And then we don't have to fill in those positions right away, but we can. I mean, they're not great, but we're going to go after guys that have interest in us, except for Jeremy Chin, who we would absolutely love to have back. And we don't want anyone else getting him. So, you know, if we can bring back Jeremy Chin, long shot, you know, that would shake up free agency and where people think Chin is going to go. So these are the Carolina Panthers for the first round of free agency. And as you can see, they only have, after all these things are handed out here, they only have $15 million cap. Good Lord. Guys, it's time to talk about the Cardinals. Andy Taters, the top G of coaching. Let's look through his squad. He has $96.9 million to work with. But he only has 29 players. He's got some people to fill here. Of course, they got Kyler, the compiler. He's fast. You know, I'm thinking about rocking a spread look here or a run and shoot, something with a lot of either QB rushing or something with a lot of wide receivers on the field. Eddie DeMarcado. It'd be nice if he was younger. So I had to fix Marquise Hollywood Brown here. He got re-signed to a ridiculous contract by the CPU. I was gonna release him, but I don't want to release him, and I missed the signing period, so I just assigned him a contract for 3 years. Of course, we have Rondell Moore. Here's two guys I like to get involved. Elijah Higgins is a fast tight end, and Trey McBride. So definitely want to build up McBride and see what I can do with Elijah. He might, you know, get him in the slot. Agility's a little bad, but we don't really need a left tackle right now. We can get by with this offensive line and throw him in there as we can. We'll, you know, have Will Hernandez for a little bit longer. Of course, Paris Johnson was a great draft pick for them. Dante Stills, they, you know, kind of have that Eagles thing where they got DJ Ojulari, who's like a pass rusher, kind of playing outside linebacker. They don't have anybody on the interior. And I think they might be a better 3-4 team, maybe. Or 4-3, I should say. You got Zavon Collins. Oh, man, that was a sneeze. I don't know. BJ Ojolari is a little undersized, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like Stills. He's a little. I mean, he's 286, but his strength's a little weak. But maybe we can build him up there. I was thinking maybe he'd be a good like rundown left end, and then on pass rushing, got BJ Ojolari coming down there in that role there. We also had another mistake where they picked up Drew Tranquil and signed him to a huge contract, so I had to cut him down and get rid of him. So free agency, we definitely need defensive linemen, um, a right end, and a defensive tackle. Good on linebacker, I think. Popo, gonna build him up. Savon Collins, corner, terrible. Maybe these guys can come around. Jalen Thompson's fine for now, and of course Buda Baker, superstar. We need kickers. But look, man, we got quite the draft picks. We got the arsenal here. 2 firsts, a second, 3 thirds, 4th, 5ths, 2 fifths, and a 7th. Yeah, man. And we're looking to trade back out of this second pick to pick up even more picks because Kyler, he's got this dumbass deal, but it is what it is. He's only a star, which sucks. Do you think I should, before the season starts, put him back to superstar, or no? Because that's gonna be tough having him at that age, building him back up. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe if anything, we go through another couple years of Kyler Murray, and this team's primed and ready to win with a rookie. But let's get into free agency and see who they're signing. Or trying to sign, I should say. Looking at free agency here and the targets for the Arizona Cardinals. They are in the hunt for one Connor Williams. They are offering him a hefty deal. One of the first on there. Lincoln Tomlinson has shown interest here. That would be a nice little upgrade over their current left guard of Chuma. I don't even know how to say his name. Edogata. Sheldon Rankins has big interest here. Of course, Brees Hall and Michael Ojumade. Brees Hall would be nice. Star Dev 26. Boost the secondary a little bit. Give us some breathing room. Connor Williams would be a great fit, but I mean, there's gonna be a lot of guys in on him, and it'll be crazy to see who he chooses. Lincoln Thomas would be a nice little upgrade. It's all about building this team up and giving Kyler Murray some time here. Now, I did originally have some bids on Cam Akers, but it's not a need right now. And who else? Rashid Shaheed, that'd be a really, really nice. I mean, we want speed. You got Shaheed. Odell Beckham wants to come here real bad, but we're gonna wait here. Marvin Jones, get out of here, man. Yeah, we're gonna wait on the weapons. We could make a speed demon team with Hollywood Brown and Rondale Moore. Help me, Rondale. Chase Claypool would seem like somewhat of a good signing, but I think if I remember correctly, this was in Madden, previous Maddens. In the Sims, guys that are 6'4" and taller, wide receivers, they just eat. They just absolutely eat. But we're not there yet. So these are our trade targets. Notice something? D-line and corner. We need an upgrade at quarter. Yeah, we got to make sure this team is viable here. And we're already ahead of the Steelers and the Chiefs that have offers in there. But I expect this list to grow of teams that are interested. So let's get to the next one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about the Patriots. Jack Asher has $77.4 million to work with, and his team is rather solid, I would say. We've talked about them before in a previous video of a quick rundown. Let's see what they need now after going through resigning period. Mac Jones, we're taking a QB, whoever's there, whether it's Jaden Daniels or Drake May. Mac Jones is out of here, and we might try to fetch something for him. Ramondre Stevenson, we got him back on the squad. He'll have to be resigned, possibly. And we got Zeke. We got like the same guy. No fullback. Maybe we need a fullback. Juju Smith-Schuster and Devontae Parker have really shitty contracts. So we're going to be making this the Mario Douglas and Tyquan Thornton show. Try to get these guys to get out of here as fast as possible. Now, they did have Hunter Henry resigned to a ridiculous contract, and I fixed that. They now have no tight end. Of course, Trent Brown is a beast. Cole Strange is here. David Andrews is here. City So. And this man right here, Mike Onwenu. Mike Onwenu. I do not know how to say his name. He's super slow, which sucks, but he's here. They got Barmore. We're going to build up Keon White, I believe. They need a nose tackle, D tackle. Of course, you got Judon, outside linebacker, but you have Uche, so I think Judon might be a decent trade piece here because I believe he's on the last year of his deal. You got Juwan Bentley. He's in it. Tavai, Jelani Tavai. I'm guessing it's Tavai. Dude, don't ask me. But he's here. Of course, we still have Jonathan Jones. Maybe a trade piece because we want to get Christian Gonzalez and J.C. Jackson, Jack Jones. They got a lot of mid corners here. No free safety, so we might be moving Jabril Peppers over there. And we got Mapu. So really, we just need a kicker and putter are good. Maybe pick up a free safety and a nose tackle. But we got money. We got money, man. So in draft picks wise, looking decent. Gotta love it. Gotta love good old Hoodie. It's 2 6s, 2 7s. I love it. So let's see what we can fetch in free agency. We need a tight end for sure, and we need a nose tackle for sure. So here's who the Patriots are in on. Of course, we're going after guys that have interest in our squad here. We're going after Leonard Williams. He has interest. We don't really need him. Take a look at the notes here. For right end, we have Keon White, who's 25 years old. But, I mean, this is an immediate upgrade. We're dropping up quite a few spots here. Gesicki really wants to come back, so we're throwing a 3-year deal at him. Mooney really wants to come here. He's one of the... I mean, Gesicki has the most interest out of anybody. And Mooney has a lot of interest. Don't really want to throw more money at the wide receiver spot, but we need to get better and faster. And then, of course, Derek Nottie, nose tackle, D tackle, coming in here. 1-year guy, stopgap guy. So, we can kind of do the Patriot thing here and draft for need. So those are the players we are interested in for free agency. Only 4 or 5. We don't really need anything else. I don't, see too much of free safety that we should go after, really. I mean, maybe a depth guy, but Chuck Clark wants to come here real bad. He'd just be a depth guy. Like Hyde doesn't want to come here. We don't really need him. Do I? No. So, and of course, there's no reason to be going in on quarter anybody, in my opinion. So everything else, pretty much set. That leaves us $40 million in cap if we sign all these guys. But it's going to be competitive. It's going to be competitive because a lot of people are going after the same people. Everyone needs D-line help. So we'll see who wins out in the end. Let's get to the next team. We're talking about the Washington Commanders now. Riley Rivers has $75.1 million to work with. Let's see what he needs. Sam Howell is not it for us. I don't think so. I'm planning a trade with a certain team to acquire one Justin Fields. If you haven't already commented on that, go back and look at the Washington Commanders and the Bears video, I believe, of the Bears would trade up to this pick and select a certain wide receiver, and we would get Justin Fields. We got Brian Robinson Jr. here. I think he's good enough for now. Got Scary Terry and Jahan Dotson. Be nice to add a third wide receiver. I don't think Diami Brown or whatever his name is that person. But you would give Justin Fields someone to work with. They do need a tight end. Colt Turner just never turned out to be what some people thought. You have Charles Leno Jr. and Lyle Collins for now. These guys need to be replaced. Nick Gates, Sam Cosmi, definite piece. Oh yeah, we're gonna move Ricky Stromberg to one of these positions here. So most likely center maybe, or move him to left guard. And one of those guys is center. But they all need to be replaced. They're all older, aging out. Now, as far as their defense goes, they ran a 4-3. They don't have a left end. They don't have a right end. They got Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. Do we move to a 3-4? I don't know. Jabril Cox, nothing really special. Cody Barton, Jamin Davis, maybe build him up. Corner or whatever. Kendall Fuller. I like their safeties. Derek Forrest. They got speed at safety. And I didn't re-sign Cameron Curl, but I'm going to keep him in box safety. A little slow, but we'll put him down there. And then you got Jartavius Martin. Build him up. They need a kicker and a punter. Draft picks. You got that second finally put on here from Chicago. So they got a decent round of draft picks. But if we use our second and our first to trade up, I think that's a good enough deal to get Justin Fields, because Bears would be jumping up quite a few picks. And I think that's enough. So tell me if you think that's enough. Oh, yeah, we got the third back from San Francisco for that trade. So Commanders are looking like they can make some moves here. But let's get to free agency. If we can put some bids on guys that'll fill some of these positions. Looking at who the Washington Commanders are in on here in free agency, the first round of free agency, they are also going after Connor Williams, Mike Gesicki, another team here that he really wants to go to, so we're in on that sweepstakes. No one on Bryce Huff yet, but we need a right end, and these guys really don't have that much interest, but we're in on them. Sam Hubbard, and we're Taki Taki really wants to come here, but this is the thing I hate about Madden. He wants a 3-4 outside linebacker deal, but he's not a 3-4 outside linebacker. It's very stupid. So hopefully he understands what he's coming here to do. He's not an outside linebacker. As far as rushing, he's a coverage linebacker. Play the run defense off the ball linebacker, I guess as you would say. So hopefully he realized that and he really wants to come here. So we had a 2-year deal, and then we actually off up to 4 years, and try to make it a manageable deal that an actual 4-3 off the ball outside linebacker would get. So these are the people the Washington Commanders are in on, and I think you will see Connor Williams and Gesicki are going to grow here a little bit as far as who wants them. It's LA Chargers time. Jimmy West has $71.1 million to work with. Let's take a look at his team and what he has. As far as needs, we've been through this already, but let's go through this again because some things had to be fixed. Justin Herbert's a superstar. He's young. Isaiah Spiller is the next man up, but who knows what that means. So we had to cut Keenan Allen. Cap cut, old man, 32, 33. And then Mike Williams is on the last of his deal. We can save $20 million by cutting him, but do we really want to do that? I really, want to get Quentin Johnston and Joshua Palmer going. They're young and they got devs. What do we do with Mike Williams? Just ride with him. For right now, I'm thinking that's the deal. Then you got Donald Parham. For now, he's the tight end. Let's see what else we need. I think we're good. We'll eventually have to replace Corey Linsley. But I think we're good with everybody except for our right tackle. Now, they run a 3-4, and they got nobody. They got no left end, no right end, no DT, nose tackle. Thule will definitely be building up. And you got Kenneth Murray Jr. and Henley. I almost think they should go to a 4-3. That's particularly how I think they should go. They need another corner. Actually, they need 3 corners. These guys aren't it. I mean, some of them got speed, but they're over the age where you really want to build them up. JT Woods, we're building this man up, and from what I see, at least in the quick sim, fast safeties, super fast safeties, like they get built up quickly. And of course we have Derwin James. Maybe need another strong safety. We need kicker and punt. No, we just need kicker. And there's our draft picks. We picked 5th, and thinking about just staying put and taking the tackle we need. But let's see what we get in free agency as far as replacing that tackle. Maybe we go with a bigger need and getting young on the. I can't even say young, getting anybody on the D line. So let's get to free agency. At the men players that we are in on, as far as the LA Chargers go, we are the top offer right now for Grover Stewart and Michael Pierce, both 1-year deals, big deals. We are in a bidding war with the Patriots. No one else on Greg Joseph. He has a big interest here, and we're in a little bit of a bidding war here for Michael Ojamade. So that's where we are as far as what we need. Hopefully, we get these guys. They're all very old, but that would extremely boost this team and put them in the hunt for, I think, the division, the playoffs, and the championship, given the rest of the town on this team. So let's see if we can win these bidding wars. It's Tennessee Titans times. Times are rough. I don't know how this team even won 6 games this past year, but Mike Vrabel is a magician. They have almost $120 million in cap. I believe that is the most of any team. I'm not sure, but they only have 26 players. E. E. I mean, shit. They, as I mentioned before, let's go to this. I believe they're in no man's land. They need a quarterback. You know. E. So I would like to move up. I would like to move our asses up, but and I had laid out in a previous video what that deal is. Will Levis to me is not the man. Maybe if he was 23, you know, we could live with that overall, but nah. Tajay Spears is our guy going forward. A little undersized, but it is okay. We only have one wide receiver on this team, so we need wide receiver. Chig. Love Chig. And then you got Josh Weil, or whatever his name is. Donovan Smith, I have no idea where he showed up from, I don't think, but he's here for now. Skoronski, he's good. You know, we could always move Skoronski outside and maybe use Dylan here. Brewer is in. I mean, these guys are okay. I'm thinking about moving Nicholas PF into right guard at some point. You know, we need a tackle. And as far as defense goes, you can see we don't have a left end here. They ran a 3-4. No left end. Jeffrey Simmons is a beast at right end. No D tackle, nose tackle. This Arden Key guy is slow as molasses. They have one linebacker. They need another linebacker. Harold Landry's getting old, but he's there. They re-signed. I don't think I re-signed Sean Murphy Bunting, but you know, got Caleb Farley, Roger McCreary. So we'll go with these guys. Elijah Molden. Maybe we build up. And then we have Amani Hooker. No kicker. And Stonehouse has 99 kick power. He's good. So I'm worried about getting a QB and some weapons. I don't know what you build first. You know what I mean? But we need a quarterback. That is for sure. We'll see what we can get. Let's go in. But we got money, so we could sign our weapons and I don't know. Hope for the best as far as defense later in the draft or the following years. I don't know. Take what's left, but let's pick an angle here. I'm thinking that we go heavy wide receiver, and we get a couple weapons here first. And then maybe, you know, get in the bidding wars for these 3-4 linemen. Also, I think, you know, like Arden Key's so slow, maybe we go to a 4-3. But Harold Landry's so small, it's only 6'2". I don't know. We'll see what we end up with and then make adjustments. Here's who the Tennessee Titans are in on. Ted Karras really wants to come here. We have the only offer on him so far. Kicker, Chase McLaughlin. Some interest, but he has the highest kick power and overall, and semi-interest. No one's on him. Kaiser White really wants to come here. We need another linebacker for 3-4. You could possibly move to outside linebacker if we switch to a 4-3. We're in on Autry. And we are in on Hurst. He has some mutual interest, and no one's really on him right now. If you want to look at wide receiver, not too many people want to come here, except for people who aren't very good. I mean, do I want to get in on the Hardman? Quez Watkins, yeah, we're at our limit here, so we'll probably try to add pieces as far as wide receiver in the draft if we can, beef up these lines a little bit. So again, here's who we are in on for the Tennessee Titans. Okay, it's time to talk about the Chicago Bears, one of the most polarizing off-season teams ever. 2 years in a row, possibly. What do the Bears do at 1? We have asked this question before. They are a pretty solid team. They have only $41 million in cap space. They've made some pretty big contract signings here in the past year. But there's room to clear more cap space if we need to. And I'll show you that in a second. Let's go to their roster. Quick look over the draft picks again. They have number 1. The question is, what do they do at 1? Then they have 10. And not only what do they do at 1, depending on what they do at 1, what do they do at with Justin Fields? And then they don't have a second round pick because they use that to trade with Washington. They have 2 fourths, 5th, 6th. So Justin Fields, he was re-signed and he shouldn't have been. So that happened. So what do we do here with Justin Fields? 1 year left. They need a... Now, I want to trade him, and we think we have a deal with the Washington Commanders. They need a quarterback and almost a pick swap of first rounds and get back their second round pick and move up significantly from 10 to 4, I believe it is, and take a premier talent wide receiver there. They need a running back for sure. They need another wide receiver too. I don't think Tyler Scott's really that guy that could take over. Now they did also, I didn't do this, but they re-signed Darnell Mooney. I fixed it and released him. Cole Kmet, superstar, big deal. Braxton Jones, I think we can build him up. Say Cody Whitehair can be cut and save $10 million. They need a center. That's the biggest piece there. Tevin Jenkins is fine. Of course, Darnell Wright is fine. Montez Sweat, the acquisition from the 49ers, he got a big deal. I'm not really a fan of AJ Epinesa, but it is what it is for now. They definitely need a defensive tackle. They could use an outside linebacker, or they just rock with Jack Sanborn. Tremaine Edmonds is fine. They rock a 4-3. TJ Edwards is fine. They re-signed Jalen Johnson. I think their secondary is good enough for now. Eddie Jackson can save them $14 million if we want to replace him. So depending on what kind of deals we get out there, we'll release Eddie Jackson. And they have Jaquan Brisker, the superstar. They do not need a kicker. They do need a punter. So let's get to free agency and see if we can fill some needs here. Here is who the Chicago Bears is going after. They're in on Connor Williams. They are looking like the top offer right now. They have the biggest offer. They need this man badly. He doesn't have interest, but they need a running back. J.K. Dobbins is there. One of the first teams to really go after a skill player. So maybe getting in on him early, we can get J.K. Dobbins, 25 star dev. Maybe looking to replace Eddie Jackson, and we cut some money here. If we can do that, we can move him to free safety. Terrell Edmonds. We need a punter, Blake Gillikin, and Kinlaw. Now we did have interest from 2 defensive tackles. Take a look here. Daquan Jones had a bigger interest, but Kinlaw looks younger, better. He's only 4 points off, 6 years younger. So we're gonna go Kinlaw here. and I think we still need to address it in the draft or another point. Yeah, man, we're just not ready for Khalil Mack, unfortunately. If we're going with the rookie QB, no. I think we have enough. We can move him to play over Epinesa, but nope. And yeah, we're good. I thought about Willie Gay. I like him. Put him at left outside linebacker. Let's see, but we can't get in on because we got too many people, and that's fine with me. All right, so there you have it. That is the. Whoops. This is the signing temps of the Chicago Bears. The last team we're going to talk about in the focus franchises that we are covering is probably one of our best teams that we get to rebuild. The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals. They have $46.9 million in cap space. And let's take a look at what they might need to fetch in free agency. Quick look at the draft picks. They just have all their picks pretty solid. Of course, you have Joe Burrow, who signed that big contract, 27 superstar, 94 overall. Joe Mixon on the last year of his deal, thought about cutting him and building up Chase Brown, but we are a Super Bowl contender. Still have Jamar Chase. He's got a big deal. Now, what do we do with T. Higgins? He was supposed to be a potential free agent. They re-signed him last season, which I didn't want. They also re-signed Boyd. They had massive contracts. They're not supposed to be there. I fixed it. I cut Tyler Boyd, and I put T. Higgins on what looks to be, I think, a franchise tag. They franchise tagged T. Higgins. There was. Oh, wait a minute. We franchised. We franchised DJ Reader. What do we do here? You know what? I'm going to cut T. Higgins. They're not re-signing him. So T. Higgins will be gone and just be Jamar Chase. They'll be looking for help in possibly the draft. I think you got to draft. They need tight end. They have a tackle. They could use help at left guard, center, right tackle. They're fine at left end. I mean, they're really fine everywhere else for the season. Just got to add to it. Now, they gave too much money to their outside linebackers. It's ridiculous. I might adjust that later going forward. They gave them 3-4 outside linebacker deals. So stupid that Madden does that. But those are the guys I'm rocking with. Love the safety. Maybe they get a backup safety here or there, but not worry about that. They need a punter. So I'm going to go ahead and remove T. Higgins here, because that's only right. He should not have been franchise tagged because we franchise tagged DJ Reader, which I think was a little bit more important. So let me cut DJ Reader and let's get to the free agency for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, so since the Cincinnati Bengals are probably one of the more ready teams to win, we're going to be a little bit more aggressive in free agency. I have not completely fixed T. Higgins being released. I don't want to drop him right now. He'll be dropped in the next round of free agency. All the teams I just went through, they don't have a chance to bid on him. It's not fair to them. So he's been ready and primed to be cut, but he's not going to be cut yet. Excuse me. So he will be in free agency in the next round. So everyone has a fair shot at him. First time a team has gotten interest from Tyron Smith. So we're going to make a play for him. Khalil Mack, first time he's shown interest. I mean, as much as I like Miles Murphy, I will gladly play Khalil Mack over him with Trey Hendrickson. Another team in on Connor Williams. He's got his bidders. We are very aggressive for him. And of course, Tommy Townsend. I have not gone after other wide receivers yet. You know, the Bengals got room here. So yeah, if I get Connor Williams and Tyron Smith, then we're looking pretty good. Uh, I don't know about this deal for Khalil Mack. It's not huge. Not exactly what he wants. It's a 1-year deal, but that's what we're doing. We're going for it, boys. So let's see what happens. That is the last round of free agency, and I want to show you also after I fixed T. Higgins, they went up to $61.9 million in cap space. That concludes free agency, round number 1. And I would love to show you who got who, but you're gonna have to wait till the next video for the rest of free agency. Little spoiler for you. Oh yes, not a spoiler, a little cliffhanger. Keep you holding on so you have to come back for the next video. Ooh, I'm so mean. How could you do that to us? Well, I can, and I want you to come back. I need you guys to come back. We need to get this franchise rebuild up and running. We need people to come out and watch it so we can continue to grow and really have time to put some humongous effort into it. And yeah, so we'll see you next video for free agency 2 and to see who got who in the bidding war of free agency. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.